Mr. Redknapp, welcome.
Thank you.
Over here in Dubai, we mentioned that you come over a fair bit, and a lot of footballers tend to come over as well.
Yeah.
What is it about the place you think attracts the football crowd?
I just think everything about Dubai I just find it amazing. You got the weather, the place is the cleanest place I've ever been. The cleanliness is just amazing. The service in the hotels and the restaurant is fantastic. The people are so friendly. It's just everything is here. It's just for me and my wife. We find it just. There's nowhere we'd rather go. I mean, we go. We've been to all different places around the world, but we always come back and go, well, it's not as good as Dubai. Horse racing. I love my racing, so I get to go to Meydan when I'm here. I love to go there and have a day at the races. I came out here with teams when I was a manager, with Portsmouth, with QPR, Tottenham. Always came to Dubai for a mid-season. The players loved it. The training facilities were great. We used to train out towards, there's a great training facility out towards Jebel Ali, I think out that way. So yeah, it's all here. This is where the teams like to go now. I think if you ask the players and the managers where would they go in the winter, this will be the first choice.
Brilliant. So we wanted to know, where are you right now? Your last job, you said it was quite possibly your last. Yeah. Is that a firm decision now?
Oh yeah. I don't think I'm not looking to get back in now. I've been so busy since I retired. It's been crazy. Probably on the back of I did I'm a Celebrity, which was a big mass. I didn't realise, I'd never seen the programme, but it's a massive TV programme back home in England. The viewing figures are just incredible, and I'd never seen the programme, but I got asked to go and do it, and I did it. And on the back of that, I didn't realise the effect, and I came out and suddenly everything went manic, really, and it's not stopped. It's been a bit of a whirlwind.
But you must have had that your whole life, though. I mean, you were a player when you were
very young. Well, I was always busy, but it was always men coming up and talking to me about football, and now probably it's more women and kids coming up and asking me about the jungle, and so it's a completely different audience, really.
You said you mentioned you watch Chelsea. Do you watch a lot of other games, or are you just following them?
No, I go to Bournemouth most weeks. I live there. That's where I live. So the ground is only 10 minutes from my house. So I follow Bournemouth. I managed them for 10 years. So Eddie Howe's done an amazing job there to take them into the Premier League. It's just been incredible.
Do you think they'll be all right this year?
Yeah, it's going to be tight. I mean, 6 teams in it now. I think there was 9 teams. In Southampton, had a great run, got out of trouble. I think Burnley and Newcastle look like they've got 30 points. I think they're going to be okay.
And I know you didn't manage them, but a lot of people obviously are Man United fans.
Yeah.
Still, what do you think's going wrong there?
Well, I mean, Ollie, it's like everything. The game, to be a great manager, the most important thing is to have great players. You need good players. I don't care who you are. And no disrespect, you could take, Jurgen Klopp's been amazing at Liverpool, Pep's done a great, at Man City. But if you put them in at Burnley, or put them in at Brighton or Bournemouth or somewhere, they're not suddenly going to be a top 6 team. You need good players, and at the moment, Man United are still short of being a top 2, top 3, challenging for a title. The staff, the squad is not good enough.
And one of your old teams, Tottenham, where do you see them at the moment?
Well, I thought at the start of the year they would be a team that would be challenging this year. I thought they'd be pushing Man City and Liverpool closer. Last year they finished 3rd, and I thought, well, I could see thrills race this year, and I felt that Tottenham would be one of those teams that would get close to winning it. So, massive disappointment for them. I mean, I love Pochettino, but they went on a bad run in the end, and it was a bold decision to get rid of him. I liked him an awful lot, and then Jose's come in. But he hasn't got a magic wand. He can only do what he can do. Their results have been up and down. But that is how the squad looks at the moment.
Going back a bit, I used your time at sort of Portsmouth and Southampton for a wider point. You've experienced this. Do you think that fan culture? Do you think that it's a little too? I mean, there's rivalry.
Yeah.
But do you think it's got too intense now?
Yeah. For sure. Some of it. No. I grew up going to watch football with my dad, and we would mix with the away fans. There'd be people drive from wherever they came from, the north of England, and they drove down, or they got the bus, they got the coach, and they'd come and my dad would take a flask of tea, and we'd be stood next to a couple of fans from Man United or somewhere, and he'd ask them if they want a cup of tea, and how long the journey took. It took us 9 hours to get the bus and the coach to get down here, and you mixed in. Now, no, it's got. I mean, some of the things that you have to experience. I've seen people there with their grandkids, and some of the way they've behaved is just incredible.
You've been on the inside of the success story of the Premier League from the beginning to where it is now. Was there something in the air when it first came in that you knew it was going to turn into what it has become?
No, I mean, it was brand new at the time. I remember being at West Ham, and we were struggling at the time I think the chairman was struggling to pay the wages. Things were tight, and then overnight the Premier League came, and then the TV money arrived, and it took it all to a new level, didn't it? The foreign players started coming in. We suddenly, England, from everybody wanted to go and play in Italy or Spain, English, British players, now they all wanted to come to play in England. And it's been amazing, really, that, we've suddenly ended up with the best players, or an awful lot of the best players playing in England. We still haven't, obviously, we had one of the two best players in the world when he was younger, Ronaldo. We never got Messi, but, but no, the Premier League, it's been amazing, really.
Brilliant. Just finally then, your thoughts on England's chances coming up?
I think we've got a real chance. I think this is our biggest chance to win a trophy. We had a great chance in the last World Cup. Really, when you looked at that, we had an amazing opportunity with the draw and the way it went. We ended up in the semi-final. But I do think now that being at home, we've got some fantastic young players coming through. It's a great time to be the England manager for Gareth, and I think we've got a real chance. I think we're going to be the team to beat. I really do. Belgium as well. I think Belgium. I was with Roberto Martinez the other week. They've got some amazing players. For me, the best player in the Premier League at the moment is, there's so many good ones, but De Bruyne, I think, is just an amazing footballer, and there's some great Belgian players. Obviously, Hazard, who's, So I think Belgium and England, for me, they'd be the two favourites. Good.
Redknapp,
Nice to see you. Pleasure. Nice talking to you.